All right. Hello and welcome here. I'm Anicia, and today I will be the host for the interview at Jazz Vid by AMV France. So, how are you today, Jazz?
Hi, Amma. I'm great.
Hi.
This is the first time we've ever talked before, I think.
Yeah, we maybe talked once at One Japan Expo, but it was a long time ago, so
No
I don't
way.
really.
Like,
I- yeah,
no.
I think we did. I think we did. I'm not
Like we
sure
met
about
in
it.
person?
Yeah, I think because you were with
What?
Luna. I think.
No way.
I swear, you were with Luna. But I was young, so
I didn't know you were editing.
no, it's all right. It's all right if you don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right. It's
Crazy. I'm gonna
Alright.
have to see you again because I don't even remember who all I met there.
No, it's all right. Maybe next year,
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
All right. Thank you for
You know,
coming
I'm
here.
a big fan, right?
Oh, I'm blushing. Stop it. We need to do the interview.
Okay.
Thank you for coming here first. The interview will be divided on 4 parts, and the first part will be on the global topic about yourself. So, who are you, and what's your hobbies, and what do you do besides MVs?
Yeah, so who am I? I
Mhm.
am should I give my real name? My name is
Mm.
Jasmine. I go by Jazzy online, but my AMV name is Jazz's Vids.
All right.
And what hobbies do I have outside of AMVs?
Yes.
I mean, editing has kind of always been my hobby, and it then kind of turned into my career. So really, all I do is edit.
Okay,
But
so
I guess
it's also your job, though.
yeah, it's
editing.
also my job.
Mm-mm. Do you do
Yeah.
other things besides editing, or you're just editing like?
I mean, I think I do like normal people things. Like
Mm.
I like to hang out with my friends on the weekends, and
All
I
right.
like to read, watch Netflix, play video games, sit
Alright,
with my
but-
cat.
Okay. So you love editing. Okay, I get
Yes.
that.
More of an addiction, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, with more than 100 MB, I can understand it. We're gonna talk a bit about your career in the MV community. When did you discover anime? And are you watching a lot of it? And which one is your favorite?
Okay, so I actually, when I was younger, I hated anime. And like,
Okay.
I would make fun of people who watched anime. Like, I thought
Oh.
it was the nerdiest, awful thing you could do, and that,
But
like,
like,
you were, like, that you were not integrated into society. And like, my
Okay.
brother, he was watching like Naruto. And I would always make fun of him, like, oh my God, you're so lame. You're watching that like nerd show. And then I started watching a few episodes with him just to be there to make fun of him. And then I
Okay.
started getting into it. And I was like, wait, this is kind of good. And I just like fell in so deep. Like then I found like Death Note, and my other favorite show was like Blood Plus, and like then I became the nerd. Like I just like fell in love with all of those animations and the stories. But what really got me into editing first was by video games. Like I was really into video games before I was into anime.
Okay.
And Kingdom Hearts was kind of like my gateway. And so I was such a big Kingdom Hearts fan that I would look up videos of it online just to like fuel my love for the game. And I was like, how are people doing this? Like, how are people taking videos from the game and editing it with music? Like, I want to do that. And I guess I figured out how to like download videos from YouTube and then put it to music. And I was like on Windows Movie Maker like everybody else. And yeah, that's kind of where that started.
Okay.
And yeah, did I answer all that question?
Yeah, you answered correctly. So it was like kind of thanks to your brother you began AMV watching
Yeah,
animes.
and now he doesn't even really watch anime.
Oh, for real? uh,
I
that's
still
so
will send
sad.
him my videos though and make him support me.
Oh, okay. That's cute, to be honest. So when did you began editing though? Because you said you began kind of with GMVs,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts videos. When did you start? Like which year did you begin to edit?
God, what year? How do I say this without giving away my age?
You can you can approximately say a number, you know?
I mean, I'll just say that I was probably around like 14 years old when I started like cutting on Windows Movie Maker.
Okay.
And I didn't have a YouTube channel till like 2009, but I was like editing a lot before then, just like nobody was seeing it. I was just like editing for myself on my computer and not sharing it with anybody. But yeah, 2009 was when I made my YouTube channel and started
Mm. Oh, well,
posting there.
why did you like you didn't want to share it to everyone because you were too shy about it, or
No, I think I did. I didn't know about the YouTube community yet. I don't think, I mean, YouTube was still kind of up and coming when I was starting editing.
yeah, like
So yeah, it was just, I didn't know how. Like, I wasn't like a
oh
computer whiz, so I didn't know that, oh, I can share my stuff on the internet. I was like a part of this like Kingdom Hearts forum
mm,
where people would post their like Kingdom Hearts videos because you could upload to, it was like a Kingdom Hearts fan site and you could upload your videos to the site, and I would share my videos there. But then when that website like closed down, then I had to switch over to YouTube, and I was like, okay, I gotta still be able to send my stuff.
okay,
But yeah.
okay, that's interesting. Did you always have Jazzvid as a pseudonym, or did you have another one before?
Yes, it's always been Jazz's Vids, but it used to be longer. So I guess if you're not an English speaker, and maybe you wouldn't understand like when you say like Jazz's, like it
Yes.
shows like ownership, like Jazz's videos, and so my full name used to be Jazz's Videos,
Ah,
and then to
okay.
shorten it, I just made it Jazz's Vids. So when
Okay.
people leave off the S, it like triggers me because I'm like,
I'm sorry if I
then
did though.
then it's just jazz videos. Like I'm like jazz, like I don't do jazz music. Like
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay. Okay, I get it. Can you explain your journey in the IMV community, the studios or teams you were before joining Soul's team, and do you have some anecdotes for us?
gosh, I have to think about this. Like what, I actually don't remember my first like A&B studio. I mean, joining the community, I know first I kind of had to like work my way through YouTube. Like I knew there were like, you know, well-known editors on YouTube already. But you know, when you're starting out, it just seems like super like unapproachable. So it's like I feel like you just kind of, I kind of had to just like keep making stuff and just like uploading it into the void,
Okay.
and you know, not expecting anyone to see it. And it's like you just have to keep making it until like one video goes like viral, or you know, gets a lot of views. And eventually, like I did have a video like that. I don't even want to say what it was, but
It's alright. You don't need to say it.
and I like, that's, so I kind of had a moment where I like blew up a little bit. Not blew up, I mean it was like probably like 500 people, but and so I think then like people started knowing me, and I feel like that's then when you start to get like absorbed into like the community, when people start knowing who you are and you're like commenting on other people's stuff and you make your friends. I think my first studio was actually an MEP group.
Oh, okay.
And it was called Angelic Studios, and we had like a forum, and every like, month or so there was a girl who would coordinate the MEP and give everybody tracks. So that was kind of, I think that was my first studio.
Okay, so you were on
or
the
MEP
internet
group.
forums. That's interesting. Like,
Yes, it was on a forum.
yeah, do you regret it, like the period where from AMV started, or because there is no forum anymore to join.
Yeah, that's
You're-
true. Wait,
yeah,
does Souls Team still use a forum?
I mean you. I mean you use a website now, right?
Oh, it's a website now.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I guess it's different. I don't know. I haven't looked at the site in a
Mm.
long time. I don't know what it looks like.
Okay, so
But
then after
yeah,
that, yeah.
after that, I think my first like, oh, I don't know if you guys remember like Re-Evolution Studios, but that was always like
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
that was like always like the goal. And I remember like I would like send submissions to try to audition,
Mm.
and I never got in.
Wait, you
didn't
never
like-
got in?
I never got in. They didn't want me. So, and I think at that point, then I actually started my own MEP group, which is where
okay.
I made a lot of actually my closest friends online. Like that's where I met like
Mm.
Luna and Kara and my friend Malin, who I think is watching me right now. Hi, Malin.
Hello.
And yeah, so I had my own group. Oh, and then I remember Luna got into Re-Evolution Studios. I was so jealous. I was like, they took her, not me. But then I got into Asylum Studios. How long do I have to make this? Like, do I need to go through step by step?
Yeah, you can take
Okay.
whenever the time you want. So
Okay. So yeah, I was in Asylum Studios. I think that was a lot of like American editors in that one.
Mm.
And then from there, I guess after I left that one, me and Luna went to a group called Aeon Studios,
Mm.
which was kind of just like a group of friends. And then we got poached from that group to Souls Team, and us leaving, and then that group disappeared.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like then once you're in Souls Team, it's kind of like end game. Like, I don't know where else I can go from here. Doesn't feel like there's anything beyond or bigger.
Yeah.
and yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, a big journey you had.
A big what? Yeah.
Like journey you had in the AMV community. Have you, like, since you made a lot of AMVs, have you got a favorite style in AMVs to watch or create?
To create, okay, so like what I like to watch and what I like to create is probably pretty different. So
Okay.
like as a creator, I love making videos that, you know, have a story, and like I'm not very flashy with effects. Like I like my visuals to be justified to kind of like the story I'm trying to tell.
Mhm.
I'm not just gonna like do visuals just for the sake of making it look cool. That's not really my vibe. I mean, I'd love to experiment with something more like that, but honestly, I think I'm just not that good at it. But on the flip side of that is like those are the videos I actually love to watch. Like I love seeing people who can do all the like really cool visuals and the motion graphics and the effects, because I'm like, oh my god, it's so cool, and I can't do any of that. Like so but I mean, I also still very much appreciate a video with like a good story. That's still really important to me. Like I like when I watch something that it makes me like feel something. Like I like to have like goosebumps after I'm watching a video.
Yeah, like you find it more interesting to have like the emotion, the creator want to transmit to us. I can get it. Have you got some, like you said, you are not that good in technical stuff and to make AMVs, but we can see a lot of CCs and compositing in your AMVs. So we can. I mean, you don't like you when you say that. It's because you don't have any how to say that you don't have any you have difficulties to imagine it or
Yes, that's what I
yeah.
was gonna say. It's not that I don't understand the technical aspect of how to do something. I literally don't have like the creative mind of what a visual should look like. Like I can't see it. That's why I have to use like if I do like effects and stuff, I'm on Pinterest a lot and I like will try to like
Mm.
pull graphics that I'm inspired by on Pinterest because I can't come up with it on my own. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get inspired in Pinterest and Behance, for example. So even though you have like a pretty good style, to be honest, and I think you have a style in making your own AMVs. So I guess you have succeeded in a way to make them to create your own style and ethics. So I guess you don't have that much difficulties, I think, than other people to make them.
I don't know. I feel like everybody else is like so ahead of me. I feel like everybody else is able to do so
Okay.
much more, and my videos feel so simple compared to them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's alright if you're like technically, if you find you, I mean, technically below the others, but like, I feel like you said before, you want to have good band while watching AMVs first because you want to share something with the others. So I think you did a pretty good job with that, and that's why you had one lot of content with it. I can transition with that. I mean, you have made like more than maybe 100 AMVs on your YouTube channel. You did GMVs, MMVs, and AMVs.
Yeah,
Which one of you?
much.
Oh, you had a lot of different style. Which ones of all your work are you the proudest and the one you hated the most to make?
Which AMV am I the
Yes.
proudest of?
Yeah.
Let's see. I feel like the ones I like are the ones that nobody appreciates.
Just name them. We can watch it after.
No, I probably shouldn't call attention to them either. God, a favorite?
Yeah, one you.
I mean, I was honestly really proud of my Void Eternal video.
All right.
Like, I feel like that was like one video where I was able to kind of incorporate visuals as well, like, and hopefully they looked good. But then I also still tried to have like a story with it. I was really proud of that video. And I think that's probably still to this day my favorite or my best. I know people really like Toxic though. I really love Toxic too. Just I'm over it now.
All right.
My least favorite video?
Yeah.
Gosh, I like everything I make because I'm amazing. I'm just kidding.
That's right. Like, it's alright if you love all your videos. To be honest, it's better that
I'm like
way.
literally browsing.
Did it took you like a long time to make Void Eternal though?
Yeah, I started that. Yeah, maybe like a year or.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started it not too long after Toxic. And then when COVID happened, then I had a lot of time to
Oh, that's right.
work on it.
That's right. Did you had some difficulties to make it because you said like technically this is the one you're the proudest, and you said earlier it was kind of difficult for you to make technical stuff like that. So was it painful to make?
No, I feel like this one actually just came very natural. And like to me, those are like the best edits is when they kind of just edit themselves and I don't even really have to think that hard about it. Like I can always tell if when I start a project if I'm going to finish it or not because it should come together like really easily. And if I'm already in the beginning struggling with like, you know, scene selection and ideas for what I'm going to do with this, then I know I'm not going to finish this project. But like with Void Eternal and like Toxic, those literally like the timeline just like filled out on its own. Like it was no effort. And also like I'm someone who edits my timeline first before I do any effects. And yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, those just kind of came together naturally. And so no, it wasn't difficult. I mean, difficult maybe is bringing to life some of the visuals I had in my head, but
Mm.
again, once I know what I want to make, the technical part isn't as difficult for me. It's the creativity that's kind of hard.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, like with all of your stuff, we can see you put a lot of efforts on your work and created AMV. So have you one in mind was really like funny to make, maybe? Too?
Huh?
Have you one AMVs who were funny to make?
That were funny or
Yeah,
fun?
fun to make. Sorry.
Oh, that was fun to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot.
Have you got
I
like
just
some
I
in
don't
mind?
know. Um, so yeah, I feel like I love making fun videos, even if sometimes they're not like super appropriate and get
Mm.
flagged on YouTube. Um, but like one of my favorite fun videos
Mm.
was it was one called Shape where I used Prison School. And that's one of my favorite videos that I edited because it was so fun to put together.
Okay.
That one is like age restricted now and
Ah,
whatever.
it's alright. It's alright. You participated in to a lot of contests like Japan Expo, Soul Steam IC,
Mhm.
big contest with Toxic, Anime God's Talents, Void Eternal, La La Land, Vacant Earths, High Road, etc. What do you think about MV's contest? Have you got one favorite in mind? And why do you like it, if so?
Yeah, if I had to pick a favorite, it's I think pretty obviously Japan Expo because I think for the consistency of it, I feel like it's accessible, like it's easy to participate in. It's consistent every year. I feel like it always has a decent turnout of like talent who participates.
Mm.
Like, you know, I think back in the day I did like a lot of stuff for like AMV News and Across. I don't know, but I feel like at some point then those contests just kind of died out and weren't. Oh, that's another thing. Like I didn't like about how Across it was like your peers voting for you. Because
Yeah,
I just thought that was the
yeah,
stupidest concept. I'm like,
yeah.
duh, I'm gonna give a bad rank to everyone who's competing against me. Like, why would I hype up their stuff? Like, I think that's such
Yeah.
a stupid idea. So I also liked how Japan Expo uses judges. And Japan Expo is kind of the only one that's still alive that I know of. I don't know
Okay.
what other like does big contest still do stuff? Do people submit things to that?
Yeah. They still like participate. There are some participants in it. They still have some entries. So you said Japan Expo, but you also participated in a lot of Iron Chief Soul Steam
Oh, I don't count those as a
too.
contest.
Oh,
That's like fun stuff we do with our friends. Like
okay.
that's not like a real video to me. Like I'm cutting it in 3 days. Obviously, that's not going to be my best work. So I don't
Right.
want to be held to a standard based on something I did for an IC.
Oh, okay. So for you, ICs are more like not as big as contest. You think like more like you like for you Iron Chief are more like how
For
to say
fun.
that?
It's for a
Yeah,
challenge.
just for it's not for challenge. All right.
Yeah, that's not a contest to me. It's a challenge. Like it's
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. How are you making AMVs and which software are you using? Do you take a long time to make them? To make it?
Again, it would depend on like how easily the video is coming together. If it just flows, then it just comes down to me actually sitting down and taking the time to finish it. But the softwares I'm using, so I work within Premiere Pro and After Effects. So in Premiere, I'll like lay down my entire timeline of like scene selection, and then I'll use the dynamic link and put it all into After Effects and finish it up in there.
All right. Like, do you have like a part of the process you hate to do when you're making AMVs?
I feel like this should be everybody's answer, but like masking. Like nobody wants to waste time on masking. I'm literally shocked that in this day and age we still don't have like AI to mask our videos. Like
Yes,
where
working.
are our techie people? Please fix this. Like
Yeah, yeah, I can get your point.
just think
Uh,
how many more videos we could be making if masking wasn't an issue.
hmm.
We would have so many videos done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, even though masking is taking a long time, you still made a ton of AMVs. So, like, how you
Yeah.
keep? I mean,
Well, I don't mask in all of them, and also again, I'm an addict.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I need to edit to feel alive.
hmm. Like you said, you like making AMVs, but how are you like still like loving making AMVs? Because I know like as myself and some friends of mine, we didn't made like 100 videos of AMVs. And but how do you still like making AMVs as today, because it feels for you so simple to make, even though you already made a ton of them?
It's because I'm addicted. I can't stop.
Because you're really
Honestly,
you
though,
deeply love editing. Yeah, all right.
I do love it. Like I just love. Honestly, I love when I finish something, like that feeling, and then putting it out into the world and getting like the feedback. I don't know, like
Mm,
I don't want to say that it drives me because I very much edit for myself. Like I edit things that I want to see, but I also really like the part of sharing it, and I get like a little excited when I get to put something on YouTube. Like usually I don't I'll kind of like rush to put something up on YouTube too. Like even if I know it's not perfect and it's not
mm.
ready because I just so bad like I want to feel it. I want it to be on YouTube. I want people to see it.
Alright.
But because like YouTube hasn't been getting much of an audience for me anymore,
Mm.
I do feel like I'm starting to reach a point where I'm kind of getting over it. I'm like, I don't know the motivation anymore. Like, yeah, I can still make things for myself, but now it's like, well, what's the point? Nobody else is going to see it. No one else is going to enjoy these feelings that I had while I was making it. And I'm like, no one else can see it. I don't want to make it anymore. So I do feel like I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm like over it and I don't really see any additional challenges. Like, I mean, I feel like there's a few things that I maybe still want to do, but right now I'm a little lost on the motivation.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get your fears about it. All right. Have you like what's your we're gonna be on the last part of the interview. What's your top 3 AMVs you liked the most of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Goodness. I should have told me this one. I would have prepared something.
we can go to the to another question, and you can think about it. We're gonna go back.
I don't think I'm gonna be
later.
able to think about it because, like, whatever I say, I'd be rushing that answer. Because
Or maybe you have some like some high current AMVs you liked, maybe.
current.
Or maybe you're not watching that much AMVs. I don't
No,
know.
I am. Like, I don't know. Right now, like, I'm like right now, I can think of like a person, like
Yeah, you can
like
name,
his videos
okay.
are coming to mind right now. Like I really like his style and just like how.
Okay, do you have like
selection is so fun.
okay, like you have Jigsaw as a favorite editor. Do you have other editor in mind?
really like. Ooh, Steffi. Like, I feel like every time when I see her stuff, it's like that's like stuff I wish I could make. Like, I love watching her videos. I loved what she did for this last IC, and I like everything she does before. Because
Yeah,
it's like that's stuff I can't edit myself. Like, it's stuff I
oh,
wish I could edit, but I know I can't make those. I love her comps, her colors, and everything.
yeah. You are you liking like those editor because you like you said for Sefi it was kind of for you hard to make as for Jigsaw.
Yeah, same concept. It's because I don't feel like I can create those kind of videos, even though I would love to. I wish I could.
Oh, okay, okay. I can get it because it, like yeah, since you can make it, but it like you never try or you don't feel to make something like them.
I try, I just don't succeed. I
Okay.
it's like something that's because I guess Jigsaw is he kind of more action? I don't know, or but it's thriller. It's also like horror.
Yeah, it's kind of psyche, action, and drama at the same
I
time.
don't know how they can find all of these scenes and put it together, and then it's so like fast paced and it's flashy and the movements I like my videos just feel like raw in comparison. Like if I do a pan in and a pan out, like that's the
Yeah.
best movement I'm gonna get in my video. Or maybe a few shakes, but I don't. People are really talented.
Like, have you got like a memorable moment of one AMV? Since you were talking about Jigsaw transition between scenes or Sefi editing style, do you have one moment in mind? Maybe you remember and you like, or maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, if memory, like specifics, I mean, I think it's just again just very general. Like I love their styles. Like I love how Jigsaw has this very like fast-paced thriller and the scene selection, and with Sefi, I think she just has really creative compositions. Like she's able to create these like pictures. Like I don't know if she's like pulling them from her mind or maybe she also has a Pinterest. I don't know. But I just think she's very creative on how she makes these compositions.
All right. Have you got any happy or bad memories you want to share during your journey in MV making?
Happy memories. I think
Yeah.
one of my favorites was when I got to go to Japan Expo in Paris and share my video there. Because I was kind of like, I always felt like I kind of had an affinity to the AMV France community, even though I am not French. But I felt like it's always been a welcoming group there and like a consistent group. Like, I don't know, I just felt like I vibed with the people there. So yeah, being able to like go to Japan Expo and kind of put a face to the names that I knew online, and that was really fun. That's probably my favorite memory. And worst memory? Probably also Japan Expo when our video lost. That was for the Anime's Got Talent, and our video didn't win. But it's fine. I'm not bitter. Wink, wink.
All right. Like you said, you were going to Japan Expo. Are you going to some contest in America or not at all?
Absolutely not.
I
will not.
Okay.
I've gone in the past when I was younger, but it's just I can't relate.
Okay.
People there.
Okay. France was better. All right.
Well, I mean, you guys are there. I'm sure there's some crazy people there too. I don't know. Maybe it's just the French element to it all. I don't know. It feels more normal there. I don't know.
It's more, all right. We're more normal, probably. You're gonna go back to Japan Expo maybe 1 year or not at all.
Maybe I'll. No, probably not.
No, okay. All right. That's all right. Have you got some projects or future projects, a new clip maybe you're working on? Or is it time for you to retire?
Retire?
You don't know. You don't know.
I mean, I am wanting to do a collab, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. That's
All I
interesting.
can say right now.
Okay, a little teasing. All right. For a contest or like for yourself?
I think just for us. I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay. Are you gonna join maybe Sus Team IC next year?
After all the drops last year? I don't know. I don't know. I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed. I'll say that.
But I heard they're going to make something big, so
yeah, it's always bigger and better. If I can get motivated to join again, we'll see. I don't know. I always say that I'm not going to join this year, and then when it comes to it, I get talked into it. But yeah, we'll see. But everybody else should join.
All right, not you specifically.
You all don't have an excuse. I've done this for years.
we will try. We will try. So you're not like you were saying you're not saying like making AMVs on YouTube anymore because there are no views on it. So yeah, it's kind of a waste to make something and then like nobody seeing it. But are you thinking about maybe go on another platform or not at all?
Where?
I don't know.
Where to go? No,
Biggie.
I mean, I have flirted with the idea of TikTok, but I don't know. That's like, again, because I'm not good at that like visual movement stuff, I don't think my style really works on TikTok. So I can't really see that being a platform for me. I mean, I know TikTok also supports long form content. Like you can do up to 10 minutes videos on TikTok, but I don't know. Maybe it's like kind of like starting over and having to build an audience there. And I just don't think I'm in a place anymore where I can dedicate time to make videos consistently enough to build up an entirely new audience on the platform. So don't really see that in the cards for me.
Okay. But like you're just gonna stop posting them or just stop making them? Because you said you're like editing, so it's more like you're gonna stop post them maybe on the platform.
I think a part of me is always gonna be making stuff, and if I make something, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube because why not? But am I gonna stop completely? I don't know. I think, if I hear a song and it motivates me, I might try to cut something with it, and maybe it'll get finished and maybe it won't. But I'm not like actively. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Okay, you will see in the future.
Yeah, you'll see.
Does AMVs contribute to your personal or professional development, or else maybe?
Oh yeah, big time. I don't think I would have this career without AMVs.
For real?
I learned more from doing AMVs than I did going to school. Like everything that I do in my professional career has all been like thanks to AMVs. That's why I'm always like. That's why I was like, I get mad when people are like, oh, like it's just silly AMVs, like you're just wasting your time, you're not doing it. It's just like nobody cares. Like, no, like you're building up a skill that's like valuable in a professional setting. So it's absolutely not a waste of time. And because already at a young age I'm clocking in so many hours of like practicing editing. And so by the time I like got into the workforce of it, like I was already really good. And it's not even like a challenge for me. Like my job is easy because I'm just doing the things I've been doing since I was a teenager. Like it's not hard. It's just editing. And
Okay.
I very much say thanks to AMVs for that.
Oh, so
Also, the ICs. The ICs helped a lot because it also made me fast. I'm such a fast editor now because of those. Even at work, like I can knock something out so quickly, and I think that's thanks to challenging myself during the ICs.
okay. Okay, that's interesting because like people know around you you're making AMVs and it helps you a lot, or they
Do
do not
people
know.
in my life know?
Yeah, or not at all
Eh,
maybe.
like I still keep it pretty under wraps. Like I know when I was younger, I wouldn't tell anybody. I was like, God
Mm,
forbid if anybody knew, except my family, they would know.
mm.
Uh, but no, I don't really like if it comes up, I may say like, oh yeah, I make videos online or it's fine, whatever. I don't really go into detail about it. Like I don't have like AMV friends or something in real
Okay.
life.
Yeah, you still want to like it's maybe too personal probably for you. I don't know to
I just
share
think
it.
nobody would get it. Like again, I don't have friends that are like really into anime and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it wouldn't even be like relevant. They'd have no idea.
Oh, okay. Um, I have some last question.
Okay.
How are you seeing the future of the AMV community since you made a lot of them and you're here since pretty long time, I can say. How are you seeing the future of the AMV? Like 3D, artificial intelligence, contests, popularity of
Yeah.
these?
I I think it's evolved a lot. Like my only worry is like with like, the traditional AMVs, I feel
Mm.
like people are using it now a lot to maybe monetize it. Like it's hard for me to search for like when I go on YouTube, like whenever I want to like look up like an anime, I'll like try to search an AMV with it. And it's getting harder and harder to find like just an AMV that's not like I don't know, promoting somebody's music or something.
Yeah.
Uh
Mm.
So it's hard for me to just find like normal AMVs on YouTube. So I don't really know if the community is really there on YouTube anymore. So maybe I don't know where it is. That's like this elusive thing. Like people keep saying that the community is alive somewhere. I don't know where. Is it TikTok? Like I don't know where everybody's at. But so I feel like we're kind of in a bubble here within our
Mm-hmm.
little community, but I don't know if our community is growing.
Mm, yeah, we talked about it yesterday. That's interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
like there are still some AMVs who made a lot of views, like always. More like maybe TikTok style, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, and some are less raw AMV than before. I can get what you mean, but there's still like people watching them, and I think there are more people watching AMVs nowadays. But you said we are on a bubble, and that's kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, yeah, we are kind of struggling, having more people, but there's still some new people joining this community. But yeah, it's kind of more like staying constant, I can say.
Yeah. It's like I think if like you discover this, then that's cool. But I feel like if
Mm,
more younger people are on like TikTok, then that's kind of the style they're gonna
mm,
gravitate towards versus if they're not seeing our stuff, they don't really know that
mm.
style like this. And it's fine. Like I'm not like bitter about it. I'm not like back in my day, like I think
Okay.
it's yeah, like it's I think it's just natural and like that's how things happen. Like what was a trend at one point, it evolves and it becomes something else and it's time for a new generation to kind of take over and make it their own. So I'm fine with it, honestly.
All right.
Whatever
Have you
happens.
got some any advices for beginners, like people who begin to make MVs and something you want to share with them since you did a lot of stuff in the MV community?
I would say like just consistency, like keep doing it. Like do it often. Like, I mean, it depends on like what your goals are for it. Like, do you just want to make AMVs, or do you actually like love editing and want to do this like professionally? I just think like the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. Like, your first few videos starting out are not gonna be good, but each one you make is gonna get incrementally better. And so you have to make a lot of videos to get better. And that's where I just say, so like consistency, like put in the hours, put in the work, and keep making them, and don't give up just because one video maybe didn't do very well.
All right. Thanks for this pretty advice. I think we're gonna close the interview. I'm just gonna ask people if they have some question maybe for you before quitting this interview. If you guys have some question, you can ask them in the chat if you want to before we leave. I'm just gonna like have you maybe have something to share or to Arima you want to say about AMVs?
No, not really. Like, I've said a lot.
All right. Diana asking you, how does it feel to be underrated?
It feels like, I don't know.
Are you feeling underrated though?
No, it was something I posted on Twitter. I got a comment, so I said you're underrated. But it kind of feels like I've gone backwards a little bit, but it's fine. Like, it's whatever. It's fine.
Oh, that's interesting. Sonic Freak asking you were there a specific AMV that made you want to go next level?
Ooh, that is a good question. Next level. Probably. Oh, I know. Well, made me want. I know a video that made me feel like I had hit the next level at the time. I had made this like Death Note video called Digital Hell.
Oh,
and I thought I was so cool because I used all these like, visuals and glowing stuff and the lights, and I was like, it was like really different from anything I'd made before, and I thought this is the video that's gonna like put me on the map. Like, everybody's gonna know me after this. So that was one where I felt like I was like next level. I don't think it aged very well. Like, if I go back to it today, it's kind of lame. But back then, I thought it was really cool. Yeah.
It's all right. Nagi asking, do you see yourself continuing AMVs in like 5 or 10 years?
Hell no.
You still don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated though, because like you're editing things a long time. So adding 10 years feels like it's maybe
Jesus
a
Christ,
bit.
how old do you think I am?
Maybe it's too much.
Love you, Nagi.
All right, I think there are no more questions. So we're gonna close the live. Thank to everybody to be here. Thank to you just to be here. It was a pleasure to have you in MV4's interview. And see you guys soon with the online contest. There will be future tutorial on the channel and some activities probably. So see you soon, guys.
Thank you, guys.